It's Sunday night. You're on the couch scrolling through your phone and suddenly that feeling hits you in the pit of your stomach. You know the one. That sinking feeling when you remember everything you have to do tomorrow, next week, next month. That project you've been putting off for weeks. That online course you bought and never opened. That difficult conversation you know you need to have. You close your eyes and promise yourself, tomorrow I'll start. Tomorrow will be different. But deep down, you already know how this story ends, don't you? If you recognized yourself in this scenario, you're not alone. In fact, you're in the company of 95% of Americans who, according to recent studies, admit to procrastinating regularly. That means pretty much everyone you know, your coworker, your neighbor, that super organized person on Instagram, has all experienced it. But here's what no one told you. The problem isn't you. It's not a lack of willpower. It's not laziness. It's not because you're not disciplined enough. The problem is that you're trying to use the wrong tools for a brain that works in a very specific way. Imagine you're trying to open a door, but every time you use the wrong key, no matter how hard you force it, the door won't open. It's not because you don't have the strength. It's because you need the right key. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what that key is. More than that, you'll understand why your brain is literally programmed to sabotage you every time you try to start something new. And when you leave here, you'll have in your hands a simple method that works with your brain, not against it. Because the truth is this: getting started isn't about motivation. It's about strategy. Let's talk about what's actually happening in your brain when you need to get started on something. Think of your brain as a GPS. Every time you have a new task ahead of you, it automatically calculates the safest route to get to your destination. And guess which route it always chooses? The one you already know. Your comfort zone. This happens because we have 3 neurological systems working against us, and they are incredibly efficient at what they do. First, we have what scientists call the limbic system, basically your internal fire alarm. Every time you think about doing something new, different, or challenging, this alarm goes off. It's like your brain is saying, wait, hold up, this is unfamiliar, it could be dangerous. It's the same system that saved our ancestors from being eaten by lions, only now it's activated when you need to send an important email. Second, we live in a go big or go home culture where anything less than perfect feels like a failure. So your brain would rather do nothing than risk doing something mediocre. It's like it's saying, if I can't hit a home run, I might as well not play the game. And third, and this is crucial, our reward system is completely hijacked. You know that good feeling you're supposed to get when you complete a task? Well, you've spent it scrolling through TikTok this morning. It's like trying to use the same charger on 2 phones at the same time. It won't work. Now, here's the plot twist. Willpower doesn't solve this. It's like trying to win a war using only the try harder strategy. It doesn't work because you're fighting against neurological systems that are literally older than agriculture. But there is a better way. Let me show you how this looks in real life. Maybe you're like Sarah, a 28-year-old marketing manager who has a brilliant idea for a side hustle. She spends weeks researching, making Pinterest mood boards, shopping for the perfect domain. But when it comes time to actually create the first post, she freezes. This needs to be perfect, she thinks. I need a better logo, a more professional website, a complete business plan. 3 months later, the idea is still in the pile drawer. Or maybe you're like Mike, a college student who has a 15-page paper due in 2 weeks. He opens Google Docs every day, writes the title, and closes it. I'll start tomorrow for real, he promises. Until suddenly it's 11 p.m. the night before the deadline, and he's in Starbucks hyped up on Red Bull, trying to write 15 pages in 6 hours. Or are you like Jessica, a working mom who knows she needs to have that talk with her boss about a promotion? She rehearses herself in the mirror, writes bullet points, even schedules a meeting. But when the time comes, she always finds an excuse. He seems stressed today. Better wait until after the quarterly review. It's just not good timing. What do Sarah, Mike, and Jessica have in common? They're not lazy. They're not incompetent. They're smart, capable people who are using the wrong strategies to deal with a brain that works in a very predictable way. The good news is that once you understand the patterns, you can work with them instead of against them. It's not about becoming a completely different person. It's about making small tweaks to your approach that make a massive difference. And these tweaks are simpler than you might think. Here are 3 game changers that will transform how you approach any project, goal, or task. First, the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes to do, you do it now. But here's the secret sauce. When you have something bigger, you start with the 2-minute version. Want to write a book? Don't start trying to write a chapter, write a paragraph. Want to start working out? Don't plan an hour-long routine. Do 5 push-ups. Want to organize your closet? Don't take everything out at once. Organize just one drawer. Why does this work? Because your brain can't distinguish between starting small and getting started. Once you're in motion, physics takes over. An object in motion stays in motion. That's Newton, not motivational speaking. Second, if-then planning. Instead of saying, I'll do X tomorrow, you say, if it's 7 a.m. and I just had my coffee, then I'll work on the project for 10 minutes. You're literally programming your brain with specific triggers. It's like building muscle memory, but for productivity. Tercero, accountability que actually works. Find one person, pode ser friend, co-worker, até alguém no Twitter, tell them exactly what you're going to do e quando. Não precisa ser formal. Uma simple text. Hey, just letting you know I'm going to work on my resume tomorrow morning. Check in with me tomorrow night. The magic happens because now it's not just about you anymore. It's about keeping your word to someone else, and that taps into something much deeper than willpower. By the way, if this kind of insight is helping you see things differently, hit that subscribe button. Not because I need the numbers, but because when you subscribe, you're telling your brain that you're committed to showing up for yourself. And frankly, you deserve that commitment. These aren't just tips, and they're tools to work with human psychology, not against it. Here's what I want you to understand. The difference between people who make things happen and people who keep wishing they could is not talent, it's not luck, it's not even intelligence. It's a simple shift in the way they think about getting started. Most people believe they need to feel ready to start, but high achievers know a truth that changes everything. You don't wait until you feel ready. You start and then you feel ready. Think about it. Toda single pessoa que você admira, every entrepreneur que built an empire, every artist que created something beautiful, every athlete que broke records, all of them started before they felt ready. They started scared, unprepared, zero guarantees to success. Steve Jobs didn't have an MBA when he started Apple in his garage. Oprah didn't have broadcasting experience when she got her first TV job. Your favorite author wrote their first terrible chapter before becoming great. A real secret? Progress beats perfection every damn time. A small, consistent action beats big, sporadic effort. So here's your challenge. Before you go to bed tonight, choose one thing you've been putting off. Apply the 2-minute rule right now, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Maybe it's sending that email, maybe it's organizing that drawer, maybe it's writing that first paragraph. Whatever it is, faça a smallest possible version. Set a timer for 2 minutos se você precisar. Because here's what's going to happen. When you do this, you're going to feel something that you haven't felt in a long time. You're going to feel proud, not because you accomplished something huge, but because you kept your promise to yourself. That feeling, that's your new fuel. That's what builds momentum. That's what turns procrastinators into action takers. Your future self is counting on the decision você make right now. Don't let them down. Start small, start scared, but start.